just different. If your understanding of resurrection is still confined to the image of a dead man physically exiting a stone tomb, then the external narrative has successfully limited your perception. But pay attention, because by the conclusion of this transmission, you will recognize that the true resurrection has already begun, and its sacred unfolding is happening within the core of your own being. Jesus did not merely return. He profoundly transformed into a state of consciousness so radical, no religious institution has ever dared to fully convey it. The tomb was not emptied by a singular, unrepeatable miracle of external intervention. It was empty because a comprehensive light-body activation sequence had reached its flawless completion. Understand this: the message is not about adopting a new religion. It is about accessing a profound truth buried deep within your inner landscape, a genuine resurrection code genetically imprinted within the very DNA of your cells. And once you truly perceive this inner truth, it becomes an undeniable reality that you cannot erase from your knowing, for your soul has always held this memory. The algorithms of the external world frequently work to suppress or obscure this kind of potent, liberating truth. But the essence of resurrection is not meant to remain hidden. If you genuinely desire this sacred awakening knowledge to bypass the digital gatekeepers and reach others who are also stirring from slumber, then engage with this video now. Liking it helps propel this illumination past the filters straight to the souls who are already hearing the internal call. You become a conscious conduit for this powerful current. The established narrative insists that resurrection was merely a return from biological death, but they omitted the most crucial piece of information: what he fundamentally returned as. They told you the tomb marked the final somber conclusion to his earthly narrative. But what if the tomb was never intended to be a grave? What if it was instead a sacred womb, a consecrated space necessary for profound spiritual and alchemical metamorphosis? He didn't just survive death and come back unchanged. He literally transfigured into pure, radiant light energy. Consider your soul as a simple candle flame, a spark of the eternal fire. And the tomb. It was not a depressing final coffin, but the precise matchbox, the perfect vessel for that necessary ignition. The ancients knew this secret, true, deep, transformative change does not occur in the glaring light of ordinary comfort or distraction. It happens in the consecrated darkness inside the protective earth, deep within the self, in the profound silence where the soul can finally find the space to speak its truth. In a moment, we will explore the immense significance of those 3 days of stillness and how that process maps perfectly to your own initiatory path of awakening. This period was not death. It was a sacred initiation, a powerful and necessary rite of passage. In ancient Kemet, this meticulous alchemical process was profoundly understood. The sarcophagus was not a mere prison for the deceased, but a chrysalis. The human, who is fundamentally a caterpillar of carbon, was poised for its ultimate transformation. What emerged was the crystalline self, a being woven entirely of light. Remember, your own physical body is a magnificent, sacred temple capable of such divine alchemy. Jesus entered the tomb as matter, as dense form. He emerged as memory, not a recollection of the past, but the complete living embodiment of the divine pattern itself. What Mary Magdalene witnessed outside that tomb was not simply the man she had intimately known. It was a being of living flame, a vibrant testament to ultimate spiritual transfiguration. Pause for a moment right now. Breathe deeply. Feel for a subtle warmth, a gentle, almost electric vibration settling in your chest. That is not just a passing emotion. That is ignition. That is the resonance of your own divine code softly stirring, beginning the process of reactivation. You are not merely observing a video transmission. You are not just listening to spoken words. You are actively remembering something ancient and inherent within you. And the very moment you realize this resurrection was not just his isolated path, it instantaneously becomes yours. You did not click on this exploration by accident or chance. You were specifically called to it. Your soul guided you here to this profound act of remembrance. But what truly transpired within the hidden stillness of that initiatory tomb? What precise alchemy converted vulnerable flesh into eternal flame? And how does that ancient, powerful process echo within your life today in this very moment? Here is what the religious establishment never fully explained. For 3 days, the body of Jesus was unseen, intentionally veiled from the world's perception. But it was not merely resting in repose. It was meticulously rewiring. This was neither sleep nor death as we conventionally conceive it. This was sacred calibration and alchemical transmutation occurring at the very deepest atomic level. He wasn't dead in the limiting way they portray. He was dissolving systematically, breaking down the artificial rigid boundaries between form and flame, between dense matter and pure spirit. The ancient Egyptians called this emergent luminous form the Sahu, which means the glorious, indestructible light body. Imagine for a moment what it feels like to inhabit such a body, weightless yet immensely powerful, eternally radiant, and indestructible. This is not just a mere theological concept. It is a genuine human potential, a second skin woven not from fragile flesh, but from starlight pure intention and sovereign consciousness. The tomb therefore served as a resonance chamber, a vibrational cocoon. And inside it, the very atomic structure of his flesh began to hum a completely new song, to resonate at a vastly accelerated frequency. He did not escape death by simply avoiding it. He transfigured reality entirely through it. Matter became living memory. His very cells transformed into sigils of light, and the breath, the sacred breath, became the foundational bridge between different worlds, between various states of being. The resurrection is not something that happened once long ago, sealed away in history. It is an eternal process, a vibrational reality that is already actively unfolding in you right now. Even Mary Magdalene did not recognize him immediately, because what she saw was not the limited human form she had known. It was the primordial pattern of divinity completely reassembled and made manifest a being of pure, radiant energy. And what she saw, the specific nature of that light, holds a crucial key that we will unlock very soon. Gently place your hand on the crown of your head. Now move it to your heart center. Breathe slowly, deeply. Feel for a subtle current, a gentle energy moving between these two sacred points. That is not just your imagination. That is cellular memory awakening. It is the palpable echo of your own dormant light body potential. You have journeyed this far into the mystery. Pause and consciously acknowledge that immense commitment. This resonance, this unique feeling you are experiencing right now, confirms that your own inner memory is already reawakening, stirring powerfully from its deep slumber. You are not merely here to be a passive witness. You are here to rise. Every time you feel that inner hum, that undeniable spark of intuitive knowing, understand this. You are not just a distant witness of an ancient resurrection. You are its living continuation. If this potential for light body activation exists within us all, what are the precise stages of this profound inner resurrection? And how do they manifest, not as ancient history, but directly in the fabric of our modern, everyday lives? The ancient blueprint reveals 3 core stages to this inner resurrection. These are not just sequential steps. They are profound, fundamental shifts in consciousness. Stage 1, the sacred death. This is not the literal death of the physical body, but the systematic dissolution of illusion. It is the deliberate crumbling of the false self, the egoic mask, and the conscious shedding of the illusion of separation. The pain you have endured in your life, the challenges that brought you completely to your knees, they were not punishment or cosmic accidents. They were divine permission, sacred openings to fully awaken. Each crack that appears in the old identity is precisely where the new light enters your being. Reflect for a moment on a significant challenge you have courageously overcome. See it now not as a wound, but as an alchemical opening. Feel how that experience, that necessary death of an old way of being, bravely created the space for something infinitely new to be born within you. This is the profound, sacred alchemy of your soul. Stage 2, divine memory. When the relentless clamor of the ego finally begins to subside, the soul initiates its true voice. In that sacred silence, you start to clearly hear it, the authentic voice that was buried beneath dense layers of conditioning and adopted belief systems. You begin to remember the name before your name, your original essence, the unique melody of your individual soul's song. Close your eyes for just a few seconds now. Listen intently to the stillness between your thoughts. Can you sense a deeper, quieter presence, a vast field of pure awareness beneath the surface chatter that is the immediate gateway to your divine memory? Stage 3, light activation. You begin to breathe again, but fundamentally differently. The breath is no longer merely air. It becomes a conscious spiral of vital golden energy. The spine, your sacred pillar of light, awakens as the primary conduit for this rising current. The inner sun, your spiritual heart center, begins its brilliant ascent, radiating its presence outwards. The old tomb of limitation cracks open from within its own confines, and the magnificent flame of your true self steps out radiant and utterly free. Stand up if you feel called to do so. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. Breathe in slowly, imagining you are drawing golden energy up from the very core of the earth, through the soles of your feet and up into your heart. Breathe out, imagining that light expanding exponentially from your heart, through your crown, connecting with the vast cosmos above. Feel this living, dynamic circuit within you. You are not waiting to be saved by some external force or bygone historical event. You are the resurrection, the power, the living pattern, the infinite potential. It is all awakening within you now. But what was the specific secret? The core vibrational key that Jesus carried, which made this resurrection not just a singular, isolated event, but a repeatable human potential, a functioning code for divine humanhood. And why was its deepest understanding entrusted specifically to her, to Mary Magdalene? Resurrection, in its true esoteric sense, was never a simple return to the old, limited self. It was an arrival into the original, flawless blueprint of being. Jesus did not merely come back to his former physical existence. He became the living embodiment of that blueprint, the prototype, the radiant, living light form of the fully awakened Christ code. This was not one man's singular, unrepeatable triumph over death. It was the profound unveiling of a hidden pathway, a divine potential encoded into the very fabric of all humanity, waiting patiently to be remembered. Christ consciousness isn't a religious affiliation or a historical figure to worship from a distance. It is the magnificent ignition of the divine spark within matter itself, a frequency so pure, so potent, it literally transforms the very structure of the self, from dense lead to radiant gold, from forgetful carbon to crystalline consciousness. He carried the original instructions, not instructions for blind worship, but for conscious replication of that process. The Christ light is not a doctrine to be believed. It is a vibrational field, an attainable state of being, and it is available here and now to anyone willing to courageously die to illusion and be reborn into their authentic divine nature. Feel the truth of that availability rushing through you. Every initiation you've bravely endured, every dark night of the soul you've navigated, every grief that tore you open, was in truth sacred preparation for this authentic light to return to your cells, to your conscious awareness. And now the moment for that return is here. You are still present, still deeply engaging with this transmission. This is profoundly significant. It shows a soul-level recognition, an undeniable stirring of ancient memory. The prophecy of your own awakening is not just something you watch from a distance. It's something you are actively living and co-creating in this moment. If something profound within you is rising, if you feel this ancient truth resonating in your very bones, like this video now, not just to like it, but to activate the algorithm of awakening. This signals that this message should reach others who are also ready to receive it. Comment below. I am rising, not as a mere comment, but as a powerful declaration, an affirmation of your own unfolding light. And subscribe not to a channel, but to the ever-expanding light that is awakening within you. You are now consciously part of a sacred movement of remembrance. Place your hand over your heart once more. Feel its steady pulse, the rhythm of life itself. Now close your eyes for a moment and gently whisper, either aloud or within the sanctuary of your heart, I am returning to my original light. Let the warmth, the subtle vibration rise and expand within you. This is not just a fleeting feeling. This is the divine code rebooting, reactivating within your sacred being. You are not just remembering an ancient mythology. You are reawakening biology, a divine potential encoded within your very essence. You are not the passive follower of the light. You are the fire, the illuminating principle itself. But the full story of this awakening, this radiant return of the Christ light, remains incomplete without understanding the absolutely crucial, yet often tragically erased role of the divine feminine embodied by one truly profound figure. Who was she really beyond the veils? They told you the story of resurrection culminated with a man rising from a tomb. But they systematically erased or dangerously distorted the one who truly understood what he became, Mary Magdalene. She was the first human to witness the fully activated light body, the first to listen to its profound transmission without fear, without dogma, capable of grasping the magnitude of the transformation. She was the one he called not servant, but companion, equal the one who knew his soul's deepest song and purpose. She was not the repentant sinner of their revised fear-based patriarchal narrative. She was a seer, a high initiate of the sacred mysteries, a profound carrier of the Sophia current, the divine feminine wisdom, the very intelligence and compassion of the cosmos, without which the Christ light cannot be fully anchored and realized. Mary Magdalene did not just passively witness the resurrection. She interpreted it with profound esoteric insight. She understood its cosmic implications entirely. She became the first clear mirror of that risen frequency, capable of holding and reflecting its immense light without shattering. In the suppressed Gnostic texts, those precious fragments that miraculously survived the purging, Jesus calls her the woman who knows all, the apostle of apostles. He passed on to her a unique transmission, a deeper layer of the sacred teachings once, the burgeoning institutional church, in its deep fear of feminine power and direct unmediated gnosis, systematically buried beneath centuries of smoke doctrine and deliberate misdirection. Because to truly honor her was to admit that the ultimate resurrection, the full activation of the Christ Sophia light, is not exclusively male. It is and always has been about perfect divine balance. Christ and Magdalene were not hierarchical master and subservient follower. They were the essential poles of a single unified divine reality, electric and magnetic sun and moon wisdom and power existing in perfect sacred harmony. Shiva and Shakti. And together their unified field, their sacred energetic union unlocks the full potential of the light body for all humanity. Feel into the left side of your body, which is often associated with the feminine, intuitive, receptive aspects of your being. Then feel into your right side, often associated with the masculine, active, expressive aspects. Now with gentle intention sense the subtle current, the energetic interplay, and potential for exquisite harmony between them meeting and merging in your sacred center. This is not imaginary. This is the inner path of integration, of holy inner sacred union. You are not here to merely idolize an ancient resurrection from afar as if it belongs to someone else. You are here to integrate its living principles, its sacred fire, and its profound wisdom within the crucible of your own being. You are the alchemical vessel for this great work. This journey into the heart of resurrection and the reclaimed role of the divine feminine is profound and not always easy to face. If you are still here, still present, and feeling this undeniable resonance, it is because this truth is your truth. The lost codes, the forgotten harmonies are re-emerging through you for the healing of all. Now that these ancient veils are lifted and the balanced truth begins to dawn within you, how do we take these monumental revelations from inner understanding to tangible reality in our daily lives? How does the sacred path continue from this powerful moment of understanding? Now you know deep in your cells that the tomb wasn't a final grave. It was a sacred womb, a dynamic portal of transformation. Now you remember the Christ wasn't just a historical man. It was and is a living mirror reflecting your own divine, limitless potential. And what rises now is not mere belief adopted from outside. It is being your authentic, courageous, luminous being. Say this aloud, or feel it reverberate with power deep within your soul. I am the resurrection and the life my own. Feel the undeniable power and sovereignty contained in this I am declaration. You are not a passive spectator of some distant sacred history, hoping for a savior. You are an active, vital participant in its eternal return, its re-emergence in this very age through your very life. This isn't the end of an ancient story. It is the true, vibrant beginning of yours, the story of your own awakening, your own courageous embodiment of the light. This isn't the first time you've heard echoes of this profound truth. In fact, lifetimes may have passed where you were told to forget it, where this knowledge was driven into the deepest recesses of your soul, so that this very moment of remembrance, this reignition, would hit like lightning with the full force of undeniable revelation. And now, here you are fulfilling that ancient sacred calling. Every breath you take, every conscious choice you make from this new awareness ripples outward across the collective. You are not insignificant. You are a vital nexus of this awakening on the planet. Your rising matters immensely. Let's do this resurrection ritual together. Place your palm firmly upon your chest, directly over your heart. Breathe deeply, consciously into this sacred center, your inner throne room. Whisper or declare from the depths of your soul with gentle conviction, I choose to carry the flame of my own resurrection. I choose to embody my light now. Now feel the truth of it. Feel the warmth spreading. Feel the undeniable reality of that flame. The divine spark, the Christ Sophia flame, was never truly buried in a stone tomb lost to time. It was only ever buried under layers of illusion patiently waiting within you. And now, in this moment of your conscious recognition, it has risen. Feel that own that be that. If you felt the fire of resurrection stirring deep within you during this journey, push this sacred message to others who are ready. Like, share, subscribe to this current of awakening to help ignite a global movement of conscious embodiment. Comment below with the declaration, "I carry the flame," if this transmission has activated something ancient and powerful within you, and prepare yourself. Because the next decoding, the next layer of your awakening is coming very soon. In our next transmission, we will unveil the hidden alchemical meaning behind the phrase, "Christ in you, the hope of glory." Discover how the early mystics and Gnostics encoded the solar logos, the conscious sun, into the very blueprint of your soul. You will receive practical, implementable keys to fully activate the sacred Christ Sophia flame, igniting it in your heart, rising up your spine, and flowing through your enlightened speech and action. This is not merely theology or doctrine. This is direct transfiguration. You were not born to merely follow the Christ archetype from a distance. You were born to become it radiant, unique, and magnificent in your own way. The path of awakening has only just begun. The journey continues. The light expands. Light expands. Light expands. Light expands.